So, I think Kanye is supposed to release a new album,
Really?
but with all the new shit that's happening with him, who knows if the album's ever gonna come out?
It has to come out.
It will come out.
You think so?
A lot of people need
You
to
think
make
so?
money.
You think his breakdown and
I want to hear it more than ever.
spectrum, a political stance is all for the release of his album?
I think
I wouldn't put it past him.
he's actually going through
You really
a
think so?
break.
You really
Or are these real? Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
like,
no,
like,
it's-
I'm thinking this is real now.
No, I think it's real. I think when he's in this state, he's so creative with everything. He's like, I'm gonna do an album, I'm gonna run for president, I'm gonna do this. So it just all coincide at the same time.
It's a manic state.
Yeah, it's not like he's doing this and then I'm gonna go crazy for everyone, and then it's gonna give me so many
Yeah,
views
it's
and
not
money.
planned.
Is that
I don't-
okay? I think I know a lot of crazy people,
Yeah.
and I've seen some crazy, right? And when I see this guy, I'm like, he's not that crazy.
Well, it's not.
Have you seen the videos of what?
Yeah, like I know what he's saying. So I'm not okay. I just think that he just sucks at explaining, and he's just passionate. But I don't think he's okay. When I think of crazy, I think of a guy that's giving you a hug, and then he'll kiss you on the cheek, turn around, and say, "Why did you say you're gonna fuck my mom?" and then stab you.
That's like
That's a different mental disorder. So he has bipolar disorder.
I know
right?
it's-
Yeah.
Different, and I've seen bipolar. Like we saw an episode just like of bipolar and where it can go, right? But in his case, I'm not saying that he's not bipolar. I'm just saying that his threat to society and how damaging he is. I don't think it's that harmful. Like people are saying it's harmful. I guess that's what I'm trying to.
Yeah. Well, I think
people are saying it's harmful because of him running and then taking votes away or him whatever, right?
Right.
But with him being harmful to society, it's not like he's gonna go and hurt people and do that. The most harm it could be only to himself.
Influence people is what
Yeah,
people
so
are
like
concerned with.
something that really triggered some people out there was his latest rant about Harriet Tubman. If you haven't seen that,
You know, he did the 400
So that's a
slavery.
Stephen move. When Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people.
Y'all, we leaving right now.
and that went viral.
Dude, did you see the driver in the back? He was like, "What the fuck?"
No, for real? I'm like, wait, what?
So people will think that that's harmful, right? And I guess I'm crazy too, because when I look at that and I go, that's actually good. When he's telling people like, well, he just sucks at explaining things, right?
Very much.
Because the way I would say it is like, okay, you know, sometimes in world history, I mean, sometimes in our history classes, they'll pacify us by saying like, hey, like racism doesn't exist anymore because guess what? Harriet Tubman, she saved us, she freed the slaves. But
It's
he's
all
like,
solved now.
But he's like, we only went from one slavery to another kind of slavery. Like now we're in debt. Now we're salary slaves. Now we're, you know, he goes, we might be free. We can buy things. We can
Right.
vote. We can do all these things. But he's like, in reality, we still have owners, and people don't understand that. It's like, you think they look at you like you're crazy if you say that we all have owners.
The
till
whole
this
world
day.
has owners then. Like
Right.
literally no one is actually free in this world.
And that's what he's really telling people. And people are like, oh no, they're talking about the literal chattel slavery, right? And then I'm like, is he really losing his mind though? Because who's the crazy one here? The one that doesn't want to admit that you're basically we're all slaves to somebody, like whether it's debt or whatever, or if we have to work for the sake of money, like
We're a slave to money.
we're a slave to, yeah, we can't, like a true free person is a homeless person. He does whatever the fuck he wants. He walks around, he picks an orange from a neighbor's yard, he eats that, and every single day he could do whatever he wants.
What's the thing that people are the most pissed about though? So like, yes, I think everyone's always gonna be a slave to something. You could be a slave to your passion, you could be a slave to your salary, to whatever, right? Even to your family, I guess. You could be a slave to anything. The real slavery, and like Harriet Tubman freed people from the slavery of
Chattel slavery, yeah.
like so that's what people, I guess, view as the taboo slavery. Being a slave to fucking Flamin' Hot Cheetos isn't what people are pissed about, right? So like I think going from saying what it seems like to the normal person, if they don't understand him or if they just take his words literally, just sounds like Harriet Tubman did nothing for the slaves back
That's why
then.
they're mad.
That's why they're pissed, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why they're pissed.
Wait, were you asking?
Yeah, so I guess like if that's why people are pissed, but if that's not what he's talking about, then don't people have an aha moment and they
No
go,
one's came in to say that's he hasn't spoken to say that's what
problem
he's
is-
saying.
no, but like for me, when I watch this,
We know what he's saying.
as he's saying it, I go, okay, he's talking about this slavery, and in the split second, I
Well-
go, he's not talking about that
well,
slavery.
you don't know that, right?
So, no, for me, I'm talking about
Yeah.
my viewer experience. So that's how I take it. So I'm like, for other people, are they only stuck on this side?
Exactly.
They're not hearing all
The same way that you're stuck on hearing it this way, right? Now we're again kind of like what we did in a previous video where we talked about anytime the person has to fill in the blanks for what you're saying, you're already fucking up.
But we didn't fill in the blanks though, because in here he said, they just went to another form of slavery. So
Yeah,
like,
but I think-
so if you play it back, he goes, he didn't sleep. Well, just if you play it back.
He didn't free the slaves. She just got them to work for other white men.
She didn't free slaves.
So he's working for other.
No, just got
No,
them to
he's
work.
working for other white men. So basically,
Because
This is
she
also
did
out
free
of time.
slaves.
This is also out of
Stephen move. When Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves.
That's where
she
he
just had
messed
the
up.
slaves go work for other white people.
okay,
She had the slaves go work for other.
So
white
why
people.
are people not talking about that? She just had them work for other white people. She didn't literally hire them and smuggle them and give them to white people. What he's saying is like they're not really free. They're still having to work for a master. Now it's just for money.
Yeah.
So then like it's not fill in the blanks. He's saying that like they're working for other white people, right? Why is no one talking about that and saying like?
Well, because he said a very, very heavy statement.
like anti what you learn statement, right?
Which is she didn't free the slaves.
Those are his exact words, and people are taking his exact words.
So
Right.
plus it's that plus all the other things. I've seen the longer
And I'm with
clip
you,
and it's literally just like him talking and then because he brought up Harriet Tubman, his mind went to let me say something else about Harriet Tubman, you know, and it's like for that sake, it's like without context, without anything.
Yeah.
He didn't have context for bringing that up.
Yeah. It's almost like saying like Adolf Hitler's a good man, and then everyone's like, what?
he made the Volkswagen.
And so it's like address the first statement. What the fuck did you just say right now?
That's the fill in the blank part I'm
That's
talking about.
also him with what's going on in his head. The last episode he was talking about how
Slavery is a choice.
slavery was a choice.
That's
right.
bad.
And then
I get
I
what he
think
meant
he was
there.
probably talking about maybe it's like a mental thing that you put yourself
Right.
into. But he,
Victim mentality.
Right, I think his main problem is he doesn't know how to explain shit.
Yeah.
But he's also going through a manic episode. You could tell by everything he's posting. He went on crazy rants online.
Yeah, he
did
has weird
everything.
tweets.
Another aspect to this whole story.
He's like
His
basically
daughter.
telling Kim and Chris I'm like in Get Out right now. Get Out was based on my life.
Yeah.
They're trying to put me in a hospital, but they fuck them. They can't find me. She tried to kill my daughter. Come and get me. I'm in the ranch or something. And like basically being like, he's going through it again, right?
Did he say Kylie smells?
Something.
Said
He
that.
said he called
tweeted it.
Kris Jenner, Chris Jong-il, and then like he just started name calling everyone in the family.
Guys, tweets are weird.
Their family doesn't have a
Chris
good
Jong-un.
reputation
Yeah.
with keeping the men sane.
Yeah, I'm not even saying that what this guy is what Kanye's saying is right or wrong or whatever. It's really about what he's trying to communicate out there to the world. I think that we should have a conversation around
Absolutely.
these messages, whether it just sounds crazy or not, right? Because what people are doing is they're just getting angry at the fact
People
that they say.
want to get angry over anything. So that's what's happening. And people, especially that look at him.
Well, shouldn't we be angry at the fact that you know we are all enslaved through debt?
Well, but you don't want to. Kanye isn't the person that stimulates those kinds of conversations and thoughts. You know what I mean? He's a musician. If it was someone that had more authority in the space, then I could see more people talking
that's
about
the-
it because
that's-
now he has the credentials.
But
you know
that's
what I mean?
the
Where people
problem.
see him as that like beacon of truth or knowledge.
So that's the problem that I have, where everyone knows that I try to stick to a diet most of the time, right?
Not today.
But if there's fucking chocolate and fucking donuts and
They just
cakes
jump in your mouth.
and
We know the
cakes
story.
and
We know
shit,
it.
root beer floats. I have a fucking problem. I'm gonna start fucking eating that shit, right? If it was a normal person, you're like, oh, this guy's a fucking problem. But you know it's Bart. And so that's kind of normalized for Bart, right? So to me, the problem is Kanye, if he's gonna have a breakdown, that's already the Kanye that I know. The fact that people are breaking down because he has a breakdown, that's the part
nuts.
that I'm like, why are you guys having a breakdown as if he is supposed to be normal?
Right.
Because you know this is the Kanye that you know. So it's like
these
it's me
videos that
eating
are going viral are by people that are like, hey, I'm gonna go there.
Because I can't wait to see what happens.
Because they're like, I'm trying to capture what he says, some crazy shit. Because they're not going there
I think
because
people
he's
are going crazy though, and like they take his word as like a beacon of truth, and all that stuff is because of the fact that he has so much influence, because of the fact that he's a public figure. So people are trying to hold him accountable to the fact that he has that influence. And so yes, like he might be going through a manic state, and people like we should also be viewing that perspective and seeing like, oh, we needed to be talking about mental health too, and like how it's being stigmatized, and how Kanye is just being called crazy and all this, and then so it's like so many issues being like highlighted right now with this whole situation. So I'm like, part of me, I'm like, dude, I feel for Kanye. Also, I'm just like Joe, like I can see like what he's trying to get at. It's not being well communicated. People are attacking what he's saying because I think is the fact that they are like, you need to be accountable for the influence you have.
But he's also just, so to me, I'm like, he's just exercising his First Amendment rights, right? He can say whatever the fuck he wants to go. If you want to go and pay and go watch him speak, that's on you. If you want to hear some really insightful, deep shit and you go watch Chappelle, that's on you. Who you choose to go listen to speak, it's on you. And who you let affect you, it's also on you.
Yeah, for sure.
So for me, that's why I'm like, don't blame him that you're fucking riled up. You're just riled up. Like if
Yeah, I'm laughing at him.
because I'm like, if you're scared he's gonna steal votes, then do your part and don't vote for him.
Yeah.
Vote for the other parties, you know?
Right.
Yeah, plus it's like that with everything. It's like, okay, you purposely went and got mad to watch him, but I'm like, if you want to watch a racist video, you just type in anything on YouTube. You'll find one to get mad at.
Oh,
but it's
every
not your
day.
it's not who you want, it's not popular to be mad at right now. So it's like, it's that, I do think
It's also the position he's placing himself in, like, you know, running for president, then people get held like up to a different standard, or like, you know, usually they get held up to a different
I
standard.
mean, Donald Trump won.
That's why I said usually, with him being the exception.
And when he comes out in a security vest, I'm only looking at like a really bad school play. This guy's supposed to run for president. He comes out in a security vest. I'm like, okay, this is like
that's us, you know.
that's almost like Sacha Baron Cohen doing another stunt.
Yeah, I think for the black community though, they're probably like, why the fuck are you even trying to set us back again, you stupid
That's like
fuck?
us and William Hung. I mean, we have our William Hung. We have our William Hung too, you know. But I'm like,
There's probably someone looking at us like, why are you setting us back,
exactly.
Yeah, true.
Joe's wearing a vest right now.
dude? I'm in the motherfucking vest, baby.
Hey, that's 100 less. That's our friends company.
He's putting us forward. Bobby Hunter's putting us forward.
Thank you,
On
Bob.
the mental health side of it, I think like to be able to get him to have help because he needs it. Just anyone with that, you know, it's like it's.
He does need help though.
He needs help.
Yeah.
He is going through something, and it sucks that it comes out this time. But it's like he's only doing these things because he's going. Like when we had another friend that went through, and he had his whole thing on YouTube. When he went through a whole, he wouldn't have done that if he didn't go through it. And you saw, and maybe he was speaking truth. I mean, he didn't really talk about anything, but it was just.
I don't know
going
about
insane.
having Drake over was truth though.
Yeah, but there was a lot of other things where it was like, well, that one came out of like. I fucking almost choked. Manifestation. I was like, fucking. But then,
That seat makes a lot of people choke this week.
but I think with just like with everything that's happening with him going through that, it's like, oh shit, he's gonna say some off the cusp things that probably he's not gonna word properly, and people are gonna take in a way. Plus, no one's gonna take anything like Gio said. Like you have to make sure they understand, and if they take it the wrong way, that's probably your fault.
And that's what I mean. Like, so when you see me eat, right, and you're like, if you don't know me, and you're like, wait, I thought this was supposed to like be on a diet. Why the fuck is going crazy? But you're like, oh, I know who Bart is, right? So same thing with him, because I know he has like stuff he's already dealing with. I try to, every time Kanye comes on, I try to give him an extra layer of empathy. An extra layer of trying to really understand.
He has mental
Yeah,
health.
what is he really trying? I can't.
That's the history of it.
Yeah, but I almost feel like there are also people that get riled up. Whoever amount of empathy they give to their friend when Kanye comes to speak and he needs the most of it, they're already like, I'm gonna reduce my empathy. I can't wait to judge. I can't wait. Say some crazy aha, there it is.
Well, it's also like the media helps spin that too, and like make it even crazier.
Yeah,
and then
media
it's-
is horrible.
Yeah.
The media is fucking...
Which makes me kind of believe him when he started going off on in that one concert and he was like, I don't have my handlers anymore, and like he stopped taking his meds and
The
all
only
this.
person that came to help him was Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah, Dave Chappelle flew to him to
So it's like, and
Wyoming.
Dave Chappelle was like the one of the guys that we know to like, in terms of media,
Damn.
to like go against it and be like, yeah, fuck this, you know, like this is all like,
Dave
this
Chappelle
literally like,
knows.
it is they're basically making me a slave again for them.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm out, I dip back to Africa.
Fuck, dude.
But for better or for worse, Kanye, please release your album because I want some more music.
Oh, he will. Because the people that are his handlers, they're gonna make sure that he makes
get
money.
paid.
We need some money.
Scoopity poop. Poopity scoopity toop. Hello guys, thank you guys so much for watching all of our videos. And I know it's been a million years in the making, but we finally got Just Kidding News merch.
Yep.
So make sure you go down to the store below and you can,
Wow.
yeah, you can get
Yeah.
a piece of JK News. And thank you guys for supporting.
Thank you.
Bye bye.